Individuals are allowed to make their own choices. There may be all sorts of different reasons why someone is hesitant to get vaccinated. And therefore, while not forcing anyone to get vaccinated, enforcement measures in place will make sure that everyone is vaccinated.
People to have their jobs, to keep their jobs, were forced to have the vaccination. Now, do you retract your statement that they were not forced?
Senator, no, I believe firmly that nobody was forced to have a vaccine.
There's people that don't want this mandatory vaccine. How do we manage this?
Well, then they won't be going to work.
Okay.
It's very, very simple.
I believe everybody was offered an opportunity to get a vaccine or not get a vaccine. I don't believe that anybody was forced to take a vaccine.
We have said no, you must get vaccinated.
Vaccine mandate is being expanded to around 40% of all workers.
You basically said this is going to be like, well, it's almost like, you probably don't see it like this, the two different classes of people. If you're vaccinated or if you're unvaccinated, you have all these rights. If you are vaccinated...
That is what it is, so yep.
Hospitality, hairdressers and gyms can operate at all levels if they ask customers for a vaccine certificate. So it follows that if customers must be vaccinated, then so too must the workers.
Early next year we'll be in the phase of chasing up people who haven't come forward to get their vaccination.
So my message to New Zealanders who have not yet had their first dose, if you want summer, if you want to go to bars and restaurants, get vaccinated. If you want to get a haircut, get vaccinated. If you want to go to a concert or a festival, get vaccinated. If you want to go to a gym or a sports event, get vaccinated.
We can't leave anything to chance, so that's why we're making it mandatory. In terms of the vaccine mandates, I acknowledge that it was a challenging time for people, but they ultimately made their own choices. There was no compulsory vaccination. People made their own choices, but they ultimately made their own choices. There was no compulsory vaccination. People made their own choices. There was no compulsory vaccination. People made their own choices.
Just quickly, the comments you made yesterday on the vaccine and the mandate, do you regret that?
Sorry, which comments are you talking about?
Sorry, my apologies. On Sunday, you made the comment about the vaccine mandate. Ultimately, it was not mandated. Vaccines were not mandated. Do you stand by that? There was no compulsory vaccination.
That is not the word that I used. I said nobody was forced to be vaccinated.
There was no compulsory vaccination.
True.
People made their own choices, quote unquote.
That is correct, Mike. There were the people needed to be vaccinated to do some jobs, but no one was made to be vaccinated.
So you would stand. All I'm asking for the record, you would stand by. So the person, for example, who made the choice not to get vaccinated, lost their business and laid people off. That's on them, not you.
Well, they made a choice.
Appreciate your time very much. Prime Minister Chris Hipkins.